Hey everyone, it's Michael and
Matt
from Bullion Now, bullionnow.com.au, bringing you the best bullion bars and coins shipped to you worldwide from Melbourne in Australia. We're still in lockdown, as you can probably tell by the way that we're kind of...
what a shocker.
Yeah, we're having a bit of a laugh. We're going to do an unboxing, but this one, again, is a little different. This is an unboxing for our sister company. So we've done a couple of these, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah, so this is for Little Coin Shop. So it's the shop that does all of these types of more modern numismatics. So this is a delivery of Perth Mint modern numismatics, and we thought we'd open it before I take it over to the Little Coin Shop and they realise that we've poached it. And we'll have a bit of a look. So this is the type of stuff that's just going to be different to your standard bullion. We're going to open that one last because that one's a mixed bag. It's different to your standard bullion. You're going to pay more for it, but it has themes, it has collectability. Sometimes it's for investment reasons, and Matt and I will bounce off each other and have a bit of a discussion about what we think of different things.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's start off with this one.
This is an upgrade. This box cutter, that's much smoother.
I far prefer, they're littler, but I far prefer their sharpness. All righty. This is the Dreaming Down Under series. So we touched on this last time we did an LCS unboxing.
Oh, beautiful.
So they've got, and I noticed it just before we started opening, there's two of them here that are the previous ones of the series. So that's the baby koala and the baby kangaroo. And this one, I have a feeling, is the dingo by the look of the photo on the front.
Oh, what a little cutie.
So great for presents, for sending overseas, those types of things, something a little bit Australiana. I'll actually have a look at the coin inside as well. Being far more gentle with them. Now, I know I am touching the packaging without gloves, and some of the purists will freak out at that. But it's very difficult to undo this packaging with gloves on, so this will become shop stock. We'll still be very careful with it though. So you can see there it comes with a certificate of authenticity, which gives you just a little bit of a burst about the dingo and about the coin itself. And then on the back it'll give you the data on it, so the fact that it's 1/2 ounce of gold, thickness, mintage, so it's 5,000, and then it gives you a certificate number. So this one's 2046. Every one will be numbered differently. And then it comes in this groovy packaging, and you can see there that's the coin itself. So we'll try and get some B-roll of the coin. I'll get Matt or Ruben to stick it on the rotisserie. It's not really a rotisserie, is it, I suppose? It's more a turntable. So we'll put it on the turntable and you can have a close look at it. So, investment or collector value, this one?
It's very hard to say. This isn't the first time they've done this sort of baby theme with the coins. You are probably aware they did it with the Lunar series. So you'll see with the mouse and the ox, they've done a baby counterpart to the primary series.
Yep.
And it ebbs and flows, the demand with those types of things. So particularly when running the coin shop back in my heyday, there would be periods where, for whatever reason, maybe lots of babies were being born, I don't know what was going on, but demand would just go through the roof, but then it could taper off just as quick. So it was always a tricky one to gauge. So I think, again though, you're dealing with a series, right? And I believe there's going to be five in this series?
5 in this series.
So that's the thing, right? There could be one in this series that all of a sudden everyone takes a shine to, which could be the dingo. I think that's a very attractive coin, particularly when it comes to a gift. I think that would make for a really nice gift, particularly for a newborn or something like that. For me personally, not something I would invest in. It's not something I would buy with the intention of getting a return on. But having said that, I do love the coin, so it's possible it'll find its way into my personal collection anyway. I
would agree. I think it's far more a collector coin than an investment coin.
Yep.
But having said that, I often go back to, the RAM produces the annual series of normal currency.
Yeah.
So they'll have the uncirculated and the proof.
Yeah.
And then they'll do the wedding one and the baby one. I don't know are they still doing the baby one?
They indeed do. Yeah.
And like if you go back in time, the previous year's ones, particularly the wedding, but the wedding and the baby, the value of those is like sometimes is astronomical.
Well, that's it, because it can often be things like that aren't as hotly contested by collectors because they think, that year means nothing to me, or there wasn't. I don't know, there aren't as many people buying those coins for babies born in those years. But I've done that. I've gone back and tried to buy my gum nut baby set from the year I was born, and it costs an arm and a leg.
Yeah, that's right.
But I don't know. It's a tricky one. There's a lot of moving parts, I think.
Here we go.
Yeah, nice.
The Simpsons. So part of the Simpsons collection. This is. I won't spoil it. We'll open it up. So it comes in incredible boxing. And then very gently we'll open this one up.
You can spend a bit of time with that packaging as well. There's a lot of characters represented on that box.
Oh, absolutely. The design they've got in here is just fantastic. Maybe we should stick the box on the turntable so you can have a close-up of it. But yeah, that's the box is great. And then the packaging. Let's see if I can get this open. So again, you've got the certificate of authenticity. Now this is going to spoil it for you. So this is the itchy and scratchy coin. So again, a bit of a burst on the Simpsons and the coin itself, and then the finer detail on the back. So this is one of 5,000, and this one's 4,346. So it's getting towards the end of the series. And then, okay, so I'm going to have to take this one out. So this definitely becomes display stock. So you got to say the Perth Mint do an amazing job with their packaging. So we'll get this one put again on the turntable, but as you can see there, it's the itchy and scratchy show, and it's
also in that packaging is also magnetic. So if you were to get a coin like that and the alignment isn't to your liking, you can adjust it. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's also encapsulated within that as well. So you can touch it a little bit.
Yeah, and it is, just to show, it is Australian tender. And they do, I don't know why they do this, but they put this hole in the back of it. So you can actually put your finger through, and like you said, it is encapsulated. So you're not actually going to touch the coin itself. All right, so the itchy and scratchy. And I've got to say, the Simpsons series has been quite popular. And
look at this, the display's just been updated as well. How about the timing, Michael?
Oh, I wonder who did that, Matt.
Yeah, what a guy.
Oh, he's a legend, isn't he? So if you hadn't guessed, Matt updated that earlier on today by coincidence. So again, investment or collection?
This is a good question, because there are two coins in particular from this series, the Donut and the Family, which was a 2-ounce coin, that have gone bananas on the secondary market. I wonder, and this is purely my own speculation or theory, that it is possible that at the conclusion of this series, you may see an uptick in demand of people that want a complete set. So, a little bit of both. Not something that I will go out on a limb with, but I would not be shocked if at the end of the series you see people going back and trying to round it out, and there will be a little bit of an uptick.
I think it will be in the shorter term, so the next year or so. I think you will find it's a collector coin. People will buy it for the grandson for Christmas, or the uncle overseas, or that type of thing. So it will be used as a collection. But I think within 2 to 5 years, you're actually going to see it start increasing in value, because it is The Simpsons.
Exactly. That's you can't get much bigger than that in terms of pop culture, right?
No, that's exactly right. So I don't think you can go wrong with that one.
I tend to agree. And it's one of those things, as I always say, if you don't enjoy it, don't do it. And how can you not enjoy a Simpsons coin? You'd smile every time you look at it.
Yeah, that's right. All right, this one's the mixed box. And this is always my favourite, because you never know what's in these things. So there will be an invoice in there as per usual. That is just some no, they're just replacement shippers. Ah, the baby ox.
Yeah, these are really cute.
They are
What I was referring
incredibly
to
cute.
earlier with the baby Luna series.
So if you have a child born, a nephew or a niece, I don't know, anything along those sort of lines, you need a gift for a person born this year, and you would like to get them something that is incredibly cute. We actually have one up there. You're probably getting reflection off there, aren't you, mate? So maybe I should just open the box on this one. So again, Year of the Ox, and they are just the cutest little coins. So half an ounce, I'll stick that up there. Year of the Ox, again, you've got your C of A, bit of a burst on them. So the limit of 7,150 on this one. So 3881. So you'll notice if you look on here, it says issue limit 7,150, and then if you go in here, the maximum mintage is actually 75,000. Why is there a difference of 350?
They would most likely be issuing them in another format.
They will. They'll issue them as a set, a part of a greater set, and there'll be 350 of those in there. So that's the coin itself. I don't know if you want to come up a bit closer, Rubes, and have a bit of a look at that one. And again, all of these we'll try and get some B-roll on and put it towards the end of the video.
That'll be a cute set, that complete set. I'll be hanging out to see what they do in terms of packaging for that.
Yeah. So...
Only, 10 more years?
Yeah. I don't know when they're going to do it or how they're going to do it, but I know they will do it in some form. So that's the ox. I don't know where to put that to keep it safe. We might just stick it at the back there. Because there's a couple in here that I know are in here that I really want to get to. This not being one of them. I actually don't know what this is. No.
Oh, and yeah.
Yeah, I know you're meant to open them from them, but that damages if you do it that way.
So it's like...
I still don't know what this is.
I have a suspicion
that it's part of another set somewhere.
No, that's it. The coin should be in there. Or perhaps not. Surprise!
Yes, you've bought a box.
A phantom unboxing.
It may be that
it looks like it's a part of the... that packaging reminds me of the One Love coin that they did.
It may be that LCS has ordered a replacement box, and that's what it's come in. So we will go on that theory for now, because all I can see in here is the other one that I want to get to.
Clear a little bit of space for you here.
Yeah, that'd be good. So these are... I love these things. Oh, we need to do that one while we're here too. We'll get to this one next. So let's do this one, because these are just beautiful.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of these.
This is the 2021 Kookaburra, but it's slightly different. So let me open it. I should feel the weight on it. So that's your packaging. So again, the C of A with a burst on it all. And then the finer detail on the back. There's only 500 of these being made. This is number 258. But it is the infused Kookaburra. Yeah. So you'll actually see it's, I don't know if you can pick it up on the photo, but it's actually concave. Concave, convex. Yeah, concave, isn't it?
Concave, that's
concave. So scalloped inwards, and then it's got the pattern on the inside of it. And it just looks great. And it's got a weight to it. It's that 5-ounce coin.
Yeah.
So if I can get it out without disturbing the coin too much, see how thick it is. It's just such a chunky little coin. It's about, what do you reckon, the size of a 2-ounce coin?
Yeah, and then quite
diameter,
a bit thicker, yeah.
Quite a bit thicker. And then you come over to the other side, and it's still got that infused, that concave finish, but it actually brings, and we did this on the reef coin.
Yeah.
It actually brings the coin out on the other side, so it almost gives it that 3-dimensional look to the coin, or look to the queen. It's just beautiful. This is one of my favourites.
I'm a big fan of that. That minting style, I feel like it's a nice little flex from the Perth Mint, as to their capacity to do things that are a little out of the ordinary.
I think that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
So again, investment or collection?
This is another one that I guess falls under both, right? For me, and obviously by the sounds of it for you as well, it has that initial eye appeal, and I think as both being enthusiastic about anything that's a little different, it catches my eye immediately.
Yep.
Whether or not in the fullness of time it becomes one of those investment style coins, I couldn't be too sure. It would depend on how long the series runs for, how many there are in the entirety of the series. So personally, it would be one of those ones that if I were to buy it, it would purely be for my own enjoyment, but I would be mindful that it does have the potential down the line to, and well, I think that in the current time that we're living in, I can't help but feel years down the track, people will have a different view of the coins from this unique time that we're living in, and that in itself can bolster the collectability of things. You know, this is a time where we're always going to look back on in history and think about fondly, or you know, not so fondly. But it's a significant time, right? Like when you look at all the Millennium coins that were produced at the turn of the century, those coins have a significant place in many collections. So who knows with the period we're living in now.
I actually think with that one, and I'm shooting myself in the foot a little bit here, don't buy it if you don't love it.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe in the shorter term it's going to be an investment. I think it's going to be a collection, because the 5-ounce infused hasn't got a huge following and isn't a hugely popular coin yet, but I believe it will be down the track because it's something else. It really is, and they produce them in such limited numbers that I think longer term it's got real potential. But in the short to medium term, I think you potentially could be disappointed, because I don't think you're going to see massive growth out of it. So if you love it, and I love this coin, I think it's fantastic. So I would buy it for my collection. I wouldn't buy it for my investment, but I think that longer term, it really does have that potential to, as people look back and go, get involved in the infused collection and the heavier coins, the 5-ounce kookaburras and that type of thing, they will actually go back, and I think they'll start filling in the gaps, and I think that's where we'll actually see the drive on the investment side. I
couldn't agree more, and it's one of those, and that's why, and again, not to say that it's going to happen, but historically, a great example was, I think, 2018, the Royal Australian Mint reissued a set of, I believe, 12 of the coloured coins, coloured $2 coins that they had done. And the store I was managing at the time, we got to a point where we were selling them at a heavy discount just to get rid of them. They've now gone up to hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And at the time, it was a case of, you know, there's not that much interest. It's sort of a middle ground coin. It doesn't fall into a collection. It is just a standalone product. No one really wanted it. Years that go by, all of a sudden, it went through the roof. So sometimes it's the ones you don't suspect, because they seem accessible, that go away. What have we got here?
This is a 2-part opening. So you're going to be disappointed in the first part in that there's going to be nothing in it, but we'll get to that in a second. So this is the Australian Wedgetail Eagle series. Incredibly popular. Designed by John McCanty in the US. We've talked about him before. This is the 10-ounce ultra high relief. Okay.
I've never seen an ultra high relief from the Perth Mint.
These are absolutely beautiful. And let's see if I can open. Because of the weight of them, they actually package them and send them separately. So this is the packaging itself. And if I can open this really carefully, so you can see the boxes there, and then the inside of it looks like this, and then it comes with, again, the C of A. And this is number 265 of 500. And normally it would live in there, but because of the weight of them, they can actually, in transit, they can move around and damage the packaging. They actually send them separately. So they actually come in here, beautifully packaged up. It's almost a shame to open it.
It is.
You definitely need to get some B-roll of this one, mate.
Oh, absolutely. Hopefully the turntable can
Handle
bear the weight. Yeah.
You've got to give them full marks for their packaging.
Absolutely.
So this is the ultra high relief wedge-tail eagle. And it looks, actually, I might even stick it just in there. It's sat down.
Yeah, that is incredible.
So again, it's that, excuse me, it's that concave style coin, and it's a matte background with a mirror finish eagle, wedge-tail eagle on it. Obviously they're grabbing hold of the snake, which is the 2021 design. So the mirror image, like the mirror finish, is actually standing out from the matte background. So not only is it the colouring that brings it out, but it's also got that three-dimensional, because it's that concave coin, that it really starts to stand out. And then you look at the queen on the other side. And unfortunately, and this is the part I don't like about it, is they didn't concave the other side. So the queen is fairly normal. But again, it still looks a really stunning coin. All right, this is the last coin in the batch. So, investment or collection?
I would have to say this has a few things going for it. So I'm going to say you could buy this as an investment. I think the significance of the designer, the potential for international demand, the presentation is incredible. Yeah, I think you could buy this as an investment without being financial advice.
Yes, obviously not financial advice, just two guys who know nothing, you know, shooting the breeze on the internet. It's a very limited edition. It's a centerpiece. It's a conversation point. And it's a stunning coin, and it has all those other things you talked about. This design, the John McCanty following in the States, you can't underestimate it. If there's any Americans watching this now, you know, you'd know, particularly if you're in the coin scene over there, how much of a following John McCanty has. The number of this design that goes through, sent back to the US and sold there, is just huge. So to get it in this ultra high relief in the 10 ounce, I would say this is not investment advice in any form. I would say it's the pick of the bunch. I would.
Yeah, we're in agreement.
Yeah, I would go. That's it. We've made a mess, which we'll have to clean up.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, something a bit different to the standard Perth Mint bars and coins that we normally go through. Again, quite a lot of these things that we displayed today are more along the collection side rather than on the investment side. It's not a play on the silver price. It's not a play on the gold price. It's a play a little bit on an enjoyment. Do I like it? Does this add flavour to my stack, as I'm fond of saying? Does it give me goosebumps? You know, is it something that I'd like to collect or see or show or have on display? But it has that. Some of these have that potential. They have that potential to carry through to an increase in value as well, outside of the basic increase in the precious metal that is contained in it.
Absolutely.
You want to add anything to that?
I think you've summed it up nicely, and it's always nice to see things come through that are a little different. So hopefully, those of you watching it, give us a thumbs up if you like this kind of content, or feel free to comment and let us know what you think. But I like seeing things that are a little different, and particularly the different minting methods that they utilise at the Perth Mint. So I think it's great. But then again, that's a biased opinion.
That's it for now. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff that Joe tells us to do all the time. And we'll see you again very soon.